We live.
Okay.
Peace and power. This is brother Dennis Assad Winkler, aka the psychosocial spiritual entrepreneur. I'm here with a good brother Bakari Atiba. We're gonna just chop it up today. Brother Bakari is gonna share with the family some of the things that we have going on, some of the things we have happening around BHB, Brothers Helping Brothers. So, Brother B.
Yes, sir. Peace and
You
power.
You saying Brother B sometimes?
Man, you know.
All right. So, I want, just tell the family a little bit about, yourself. Who's this guy? Why is he even worthy of my ear?
Okay. Peace and power, fam. As the brother said, my name is Brother Bakari Atiba. I'm a motivational speaker, an author, a published author, a teacher, a mentor, a student, a son, a brother, and anything else that's necessary and demanded of me at the time. Brothers Helping Brothers. I also co-facilitate that along with the good brother minister Asar and brother Curtis Warren. And this group is very near and dear to my heart. And the title of the group really speaks to the essence of what exactly we are doing with the group as far as the services we provide and just the whole concept and the energy behind what we're doing. So I met brother Minister Asar while I was incarcerated. The brother used to come in and provide fellowship for me and another group of brothers that used to study, together. We used to study, we used to build, we used to come together bi-weekly to empower each other, to support each other, to help each other figure out, some of these issues, to navigate some of these issues that we were dealing with, to help each other work on ourselves. Because one thing that I've learned from personal experience is that, who I am today is only possible based off of the circle of people that I've been connected to, that have poured into me, that have supported me, that have empowered me, that have encouraged me at times when I needed that encouragement. So I'm saying that to say, you are a reflection of those closest to you. You are a reflection of that which you connect or attach yourself to. So for me, I sit here before you all today proudly and humbly as a product of my community, as a product of those men and women who seen something in me at times that I didn't see it in myself and helped me tap into that and pull that out of myself. And with Brothers Helping Brothers, that's exactly what we are trying to do. And that's one of the reasons why, when the minister gave the call and asked me if I was interested, I immediately hopped on it. But, enough about me personally in that light and in that sense.
Okay. All right. Thank you, brother. So with that being said, what are some of the things through our initiative at TNAT, Brothers Helping Brothers, that we wish or you wish to carry out? And why do you think that is important that we do it, or is incumbent that we do this type of work?
Good question. Good question. All right, so first I want to add that as a black man, if I could use that term, we define ourselves in many different ways, multiple ways, right?
Absolutely.
Because black men, black women, black people in general, we very diverse. So there's no one box. I believe there's no one box that you can put us in, or there's no one way that you can define and label us.
Agreed.
But as myself, as a black man, right? There's been different times in my life where I've went through certain struggles. I've experienced certain things, and I didn't really understand how to process what I was experiencing and what I was going through in a productive and a healthy manner. And one of the issues that I believe and we've discussed and we've identified that we have as black men, especially in America, we carry a lot. We carry a lot and we hold a lot inside of ourselves. So with black men, and I discussed this and talked about this during the N2 festival. Black women, them sisters, when they go through things, they come together, call up their friends, girl, we meeting at such and such house. You bring the wine, you bring the Cheetos, whatever the case may be, and they'll come together in a circle and they'll chop it up. Like they'll talk, they'll laugh, they'll scream, they'll cry. You know, they go through that whole healing process together. Black men not doing that. Right? We don't do that. And I'm speaking from, personal experience. Like, we don't do that. So, we'll be going through something based on these false perceptions, that the media has bombarded us with about what manhood consists of. So we have these false perceptions of manhood. So, the ego, the pride thing, we deal a lot with that. So based on that, it is difficult for us to be vulnerable because we've been taught that as men, you're weak if you're vulnerable, right? You're weak if you're too emotional or if you express and you display emotions in certain ways. So instead of, us being able to vent, communicate, and express what's going on inside of us, we'll hold it, right? We'll hold it, we'll bottle it up, and these things continue to build up because your life experience doesn't stop. Every day that you live, every day that you breathe, you're having an experience. That doesn't change. So what happens is these experiences, they continuously pile up. We continuously go through things. And when we're not communicating about these things, with pressure, once it builds up to a certain point, it eventually gives and it explodes, right? We are that explosion. So once we explode, now we hurt, we harm, we destroy things that are truly near and dear to us because we do not understand how to process and express, and heal through whatever it is that we're going through. So this group is very pivotal in the sense that we're creating a space that is safe, that is productive, that is healthy, that is vibrant, where black men can come together and deal with their issues. Talk about what's going on with you. Talk about what you're struggling with. Talk about what you're experiencing, right? Start to redefine some things. We'll start to look at some things. Start to question and challenge each other. Challenge our thinking, challenge our values. Challenge how does our thinking and our value system affect the way that we move in society, affect the way that we interact and we operate inside of our households, amongst our families, amongst our peers. Like we begin to explore and delve into all of these things so that we can come up with solutions, ideas, and suggestions on how we can move forward in a more empowered fashion.
So with that being said, the climate, of Baltimore, us being based here in Baltimore, I kind of be remiss if I don't ask you your ideas and thoughts about that, and if there's any relation to what we're doing, that you think that groups like these can make an impact as it relates to the climate in Baltimore, and also what are some of the outcomes that you and we want to that we strive to accomplish?
Okay, good question. Another good question. The climate in Baltimore. So, what I want to say about Baltimore is this. First, this is the home of my birth. Baltimore is a very beautiful, very productive, thriving city. And I don't think that Baltimore City in general, I don't think that the media gives Baltimore City its due respect in terms of the productive and relevant activity that's going on throughout the city. I think the crime is highlighted, and I think being as though we are constantly bombarded with negative images of crime, of violence, of poverty, of displacement, so forth and so forth, I believe that not only do people outside of Baltimore have a miss or a false or a negative perception of Baltimore City, but I also begin to believe that the residents, the people that reside, the people that move, the people that live, the people that breathe inside of Baltimore City every day, they begin to buy into and internalize those negative images, those negative perceptions that's being bombarded, throughout the media as well. And it has a negative effect. So in terms of dealing with the climate, I mean, we could go many places with this, but I'm gonna try to keep it simple. I try to keep everything simple in the spirit of Malcolm. Right? I try to keep everything simple. So I'm going to say this about the climate. Baltimore City is a beautiful city, but it's also a city that's hurt. Right? So I challenge people as you read the paper, as you read the news, as as you hear different things that are taking place throughout the city in a negative fashion, I challenge our people to change your perception towards what you're hearing and what you're seeing, right? We a city that's hurting, like the city hurting right now. And a lot of the violence that you see that's going on, a lot of things that's going on in the city that's not necessarily beneficial for the city or the people, that's the byproduct or the result of that pain and that hurt. Those wounds that are unhealed, those wounds that are still open, that, different people, different groups, different systems have tried to come and put a Band-Aid on, but that Band-Aid can no longer cover up that wound because it's so deep. But I say that to say, like, we hurting, but at the same time, we reaching out. So what I'm saying with this climate, what I'm saying is people that want something different, however, they don't necessarily have the resources, they don't necessarily have the support, they don't necessarily have the tools that they need to begin to facilitate a change in a different way, right? So with Brothers Helping Brothers, I believe our role is, providing a space, being connected to not just men, but the women and the families that these men connected to. Like, we providing an atmosphere where men can come and heal, where men can come and be open about these issues, about these wounds, where we can begin to address the things that have us reacting or responding in a negative or unhealthy way in certain situations and circumstances.
Okay. Now, you just stated something about BHB, but I want to ask you a little bit more, in more detail. Why, I said why Brother Bakari earlier, but now, why BHB? Why, who are these, why do we propose that we have what it takes to aid in the healing and elevation of our people?
Okay. Excellent. Another excellent question. I see, man. You sure you went into the right profession?
I'm a therapist.
Yeah, absolutely. So, why BHB? In order to address a situation, or in order to assist another individual with an issue, an experience, or whatever that they're dealing with, you have to have some type of expertise in dealing with that, right? So myself, I'm gonna use myself as an example. Like, I've been that angry adolescent. I served 19 years and 10 months in prison, for a crime that was the direct result of me not having an identity, not knowing who I was, right? Not having a healthy sense of self-esteem. Not having the right peer support around me, not knowing how to deal with my anger and express my anger in positive and productive ways. So I made a lot of poor decisions, and I was hurt. I was broke, and I reached a stage I could honestly say today that when I first was incarcerated, I was broken. I was at a stage where I was broken. I had hit rock bottom,
Right.
and through the help of other men that seen potential in me, that reached out to me, they were able to help me heal, fix, mend, repair those things that were off, or those things that were broken inside of me. And as I went through that process, I began to reach out and reach back and work with other young men to facilitate that same process in their life. So what we're doing this work, and we're best suited to do this work because we've been where brothers have been, and we come from diverse backgrounds. Like you yourself, minister, you've never been to prison, right? But you grew up in a fairly volatile neighborhood. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of the issues that black men face in Baltimore City, you can directly relate to because you've had those issues. You've made different choices and decisions that led you to the point of where you are today. A lot of men can relate to that, right? Men that have been through what I've been through as far as being in the streets, selling drugs, banging, just being caught up in that whole criminal culture. These men can relate to me, right? You got brothers like Brother Curtis, who went to college and you know what I'm saying, was active in, black communal organizations practically his entire life. It's men and women that can relate to him. So, we're a group of brothers that we coming from diverse backgrounds. We have diverse experiences, and there's nothing going on in that city that one of us haven't directly experienced or felt on some level. So we best suited to deal with that and address that.
Wow. Brother, I think I really think that the ways you answered that was quite adequate. Now, my next question and my closing question is that if there's anything that we didn't touch on that you'd like to add, and also how can people connect with us?
So, briefly, brothers helping brothers. What is it that we do? Like what do our services consist of? Right. So our main group that we facilitate and that we're working through right now is our male anger management group, and this is a group that meets every Saturday. We'll be starting our next cycle October 12th at 11 a.m. right here at the Temple of New African Thought, 3221 Bel Air Road. So our male anger management group will be starting back up on October 12th. So I encourage brothers, find us online, www.helpingbrothers.org. Find us online, reach out to us, sign up, come through for the group, try it out. Right? Everything's not for everybody, but I encourage brothers, try it out. To the sisters, the mothers, the daughters out there that have men in their family that are struggling with different issues, that are trying to find themselves, find their way, find their footing, so to speak, once again. Refer these brothers, right? Send these brothers to us, right? We'll work with these brothers and try to assist these brothers in becoming the best version of themselves so that they can be the best that they can be for their families and their communities. We also doing an adolescent group that'll be starting sometime within the next month or two. And this group is catered and geared towards black adolescent males between the ages of as young as 13 all the way up to as old as 19. And we believe that this age group is very important to target because we understand that once you reach the age of 13, 14, 15, 16, you're really trying to make sense of life on an adult level, a more mature level. You're really trying to find yourself. You're really trying to establish your identity and your position in the world. And if you don't have the right support, if you don't have the right guidance, right, if you don't have the right encouragement, if you don't have the right tools to do that as an adolescent, 9 times out of 10, you're going to make poor decisions that you'll spend most of or possibly the rest of your life trying to clean up. And we're trying to prevent that. We want to empower these youth so that when they come into adulthood, they're fully prepared for the challenges and the responsibilities that come with being an adult in this day and in this time. So our adolescent group. And we're also starting a men's empowerment circle, which will be starting on October 12th as well. And this empowerment circle is like a circle of brothers. It's a brotherhood circle where men will come, we'll discuss ideas, we'll explore different things in terms of what is manhood, what is power, what's the connection between spirituality and manhood, what does it mean to be active and relevant as a man in your community and in your family today? What is fatherhood? What are the responsibilities of fatherhood? What does it mean to be a husband? What does it mean to be a son? See, we think just because we're born into a family that these roles, we automatically are equipped to fulfill these roles, but it's not so. So we'll be dealing with that. We'll be addressing that. We'll be discussing that. We'll be figuring that out. That men's empowerment circle is big. It's free. It's open to the public. We encourage all men from all walks of life to come out. Let's build. Let's grow. Let's discuss. Let's support. Let's assist. Let's heal.
Ashe, brother. Ashe. So, family, you can reach us at 443-333-2970 or on our website at helpingbrothers.org. Again, you can reach us at 443-333-2970 or reach us at helpingbrothers.org. Brother Bakari, it was a pleasure.
Always.
Until next
always.
time, we're going to get back on here.
Absolutely.
We're going to be doing
Absolutely.
things periodically.
Absolutely.
and family, subscribe to our our channel, helping brothers on Facebook. Follow Brother Bakari on Facebook.
Bakari Atiba, same IG handle. Reach out, talk to me. If any mothers, any fathers have sons that are struggling right now, any youth that's struggling that you know of, reach out to me, message me, hit me in my DM. I'm available. We out here, we doing the work. We working with these children. We trying to make this change out here. So, you don't have to do it alone. When they say it takes a village, it's not necessarily the village you live in, it's the village you connected to. And we here to be a part of that village. So reach out. We out here doing the work.
Ashe. Peace and power, family.
Peace and power.